Hi everyone. In our school district, we are using co-teaching, so I wanted to research more into co-teaching and learn more about that for this presentation. Co-teaching is when two professionals deliver instruction to a diverse group of students in one physical space. Co-teaching and collaboration is based on having mutual goals, mutual responsibility, shared accountability, and to develop trust and respect in one another. And co-teaching can be effective if it is applied to all the students in the classroom, not just the students with disabilities. And it is important for both teachers to alternate between the leader and assisting roles, so one teacher is not the dominant teacher in the classroom. Do you know the different forms of co-teaching? I encourage you to pause this video and think about the different models that are used for co-teaching. During co-teaching, there are 6 different models that teachers can use in the classroom. When teachers use these models, it's very important for teachers to experiment with all the different models of co-teaching and not just stick to one specific view on co-teaching. The 6 models of co-teaching are one teach, one observe, station teaching, parallel teaching, alternative teaching, teaming, and one teach, one assist. One teach, one assist is the most common form of co-teaching that people know about. The general education teacher teaches the class, and the special education teacher will monitor and help the students in the classroom. It's important for the special education teacher to help students with and without disabilities. In the research that I read, it talked about the students' perspectives on co-teaching. Students identified co-teaching as a positive experience. In a study I read, it researched 58 students with disabilities, and they reported positive perspectives on co-teaching and agreed that they increased their self-confidence and learning. Both students with and without disabilities indicated that co-teaching has increased their reading and their writing skills. Students said that co-teachers were available to help any of the students, and they did not link the co-teacher, the special education teacher, with the students with disabilities. All students indicated that they felt it was a safe classroom and like they were members of the class. All of the students with and without disabilities felt more confident to raise their hand and answer questions in the classroom. Students also said that they liked how there was always an extra person to help them, and this helped them understand things from 2 different perspectives. In the research that I read, it also talked about teachers' perspectives on co-teaching. One teacher said that she thinks that the students benefit from the small group instruction in the classroom, and it allows the teachers to cut the ratio in half of teachers to students. The teachers also indicated that there was a use of jokes in the classroom, and it had a positive effect on the co-taught class. It created an interpersonal relationship where there was respect for each other and communication in the classroom. Teachers also referred to co-teaching as a marriage, and it required effort, flexibility, and compromise for success. They also said personality played an important role in developing good co-teaching relationships. Teachers also need to be flexible during co-teaching and provide good feedback to each other. Based on what I have talked about so far about teachers and student perspectives on co-teaching, I encourage you to pause this video and think about some of the advantages and disadvantages of co-teaching. Based on the research that I have done, there are many benefits of co-teaching. Some of the benefits of co-teaching are it has a positive impact on both the students and the teachers. Some of the benefits it has on the students is it increases their learning and participation in the classroom. The students said they are more motivated to participate in the class based on the positive atmosphere in the classroom. Some of the teachers said how they use their strengths to balance out each other's weaker areas and use their unique competence to mentor one another. They create a joint work sharing responsibility, dialogue, and honest feedback with one another. Both teachers can learn from each other when they are using co-teaching. They can observe the different ways of explaining concepts and use different teaching styles in terms of their own learning and professional development. The teachers also identified 5 benefits for students. The 5 benefits are: it increases opportunity for the students to ask questions. The teachers were immediately available to assist the students with and without disabilities in the classroom. It helped to improve the common curriculum for the students with disabilities in the classroom. It improved monitoring the student progress. It was easier to identify students who were not working to their full potential. And it is a more inclusive model to support all students in the classroom. Co-teaching benefits all the students in the classroom, especially the students with disabilities, because they were supported in an inclusive environment and the students were able to ask questions and receive additional support with no pressure. Based on my research, some disadvantages of co-teaching is when there is a lack of understanding of the special educator's role in the classroom, it can make co-teaching difficult or not implemented correctly. The special education teacher in a co-taught classroom should not only be working with the special education students, but all of the students in the classroom. Students said it was distracting and hard to concentrate having 2 different groups in the classroom and would prefer to be in a resource room. So that is why it is important to understand the different models of co-teaching and how to implement them in the classroom. There is a lack of planning time, and that was a barrier for the successful implementation of co-teaching. Teachers are unfamiliar with the different models of co-teaching. It is difficult to consider the range of possibilities when evaluating their practice. Teachers also cannot assume that they have a shared knowledge or understanding of co-teaching, so that's why collaboration is extremely important. A lack of understanding what co-teaching is hinders the good intentions of co-teaching, and that is why communication and co-planning is especially important when it comes to co-teaching.